Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, I had my entire setup at the ready for doing a situation room today, pre-recorded, whatever. And I kind of thought maybe that would be a little too distant. It would be a little too, I don't know, impersonal. And I think that what I want to talk about needs to be a little bit more personal. I kind of want to hear your guys' thoughts on it this morning. So that's how we're gonna do it. I'm fucking scruffy. I just woke up and I'm fucking exhausted. It's been a long motherfucking week, guys. Let me tell you. Fucking, I've got New Hampshire next week. Rocks TV and I we're doing something tomorrow, so that's gonna be the shit. I'm excited for that. We're going to an abandoned fucking amusement park tomorrow, and Jesus Christ, that's better. Yeah, right. Yeah, abandoned amusement park tomorrow, so it's gonna be dope. Make sure you guys are checking that out on Rocks TV. My review of Hell Cellar is a Rocks TV exclusive, so it should be up over there. I'm pretty sure. Hey, Fago boys, though. Yeah, the Gremlin, the first one to pop up in here. What's up, homie? Fucking killed it at the gathering, man. I saw that set. That was the shit. Now, unlike last year, where I shat all over the gathering, fucking maintenance, guys. This year, it actually kind of there was a lot more that I was able to gather because I was more in tune to what was going on. I was getting phone calls as to what was going on. When I said I wasn't gonna be at the gathering, but in spirit I was gonna be at the gathering, I meant it. Damian Quinn was stabbed at the gathering. He is expected to make a full recovery and has left the hospital, I do believe. What up, Alicia? Fucking good to see you too. That kind of shit happens at all sorts of festivals. When you look at spending time with a lot of people and shit, like there was almost issues over at some of Rap Jam guys. Like it's at concerts, at festivals, these things are gonna happen. It sucks when it does. Now I'm not saying it's cool to just walk up and stab a motherfucker because it's a festival and everyone else is doing it. I'm just saying that kind of shit, it happens. So there's that to take into consideration. Uh, I've noticed something though, and this is something I want to bring up to you guys. Have you noticed we got Irate in the house? That motherfucking animated video fucking drops in fucking August. I'm excited. Oh shit, son. I'm excited for that shit, for real. But I want to know if you guys remember something. Nobody should be fighting or stabbing in the mech. I agree, but I'm saying it happens, and I'm not saying that it's the gathering's fault or anything like that. As a matter of fact, the poor girl who got drugged at the gathering. It happens at festivals, man. I mean, you see it at fucking Electric Forest and shit like that. It fucking sucks. But did you guys notice what hasn't been discussed? Now, I'll tell you why. And I will take credit for this. Remember when we were talking about for the past year, what was the big thing? I mean, of course, like the violence and the overdoses and shit like that, right? But do you guys remember what the biggest argument had been all year? All the memes and shit like that, right? Alicia, send me a story for that. Fucking, I at least want to hear about it, and I feel bad for her. I do. I think that's fucked up. Damn, fate keeps cooking. But the point that I'm trying to make is we got Inquisitor in the house. We never talk about the attendance anymore. Have you guys noticed that? Have you guys noticed that? Have you guys noticed nobody's talking about, oh, was the gathering fucking, was it a hit or wasn't it? We were talking about that. That was one of the big arguments. Was it or was it not? Devil horns, if y'all remember that shit. Devil horns, if motherfuckers remember when attendance was the big fucking story. If the big fucking story was attendance at whatever event it was. Y'all remember that shit, right? When that was the big thing everybody talked about. I will tell you exactly why. I will tell you exactly why attendance means nothing anymore. And I'll tell you the story. So, y'all remember DCG, right? Y'all remember DCG? I remember DCG. At DCG Con, though, I got video, right? I've got video. Inbox me anytime, Alicia, for real. Hey man, sup? I'm not gonna be able to stay for the whole video, but I'm interested to see what people think about what Jay said. We're getting to that right next. But there was actually a lot of empty floor at DCG Con at the convention for the first night of the concert. Not when it took place at the Roxy, but at the venue. There was a lot of open floor. And I remember I walked up to somebody. I won't say who, but I walked up to somebody. I says, yo, man, I got some dope-ass footage from the show. And I got no motherfucking footage of the empty floor. To which they said to me, I appreciate that. And ever since that moment, nobody's ever talked about, oh, was it packed? Was it sold out? Nobody ever mentioned, was Twisted set sold out? Was it big? Was it packed? Nobody gave a fuck. And I'm telling you guys right now that DCG Con and me being there was part of that. So, back to what Violent J said. Now, looking at all this, I'm not talking about whether it was packed or not. My point is that doesn't matter. We're not talking about attendance anymore. Like, I've noticed that us as a group, us as a Juggalo YouTube community, YJC, we don't talk about it anymore. We don't talk about, oh, was it a packed show or wasn't it? Ever since then, nobody said boo. You see what I'm saying? Because they started to realize, like that side started to realize. So when you look at what Violent J said, fuck Twisted. We love Twisted, but fuck Twisted. Auction, you pay for the gathering. Plus, it's only 668 copies of vinyl that was pressed and sold. Pre-orders, that's 14,000 just in the vinyl, not including the CD. Damn. So anyway, looking at what Jay said and saying there's no more Lotus. Did you not see what's been happening on social media? Des Luca the Cannibal. Fans, fucking Misty Rain. Shouts out to Misty Rain from New Hampshire. I'll be seeing her at Lethal Weekend. She's got Lotus crosses on both her legs, right on the thighs. She's got a picture. And she said Lotus forever. You know, there's that picture going around. You know what I'm saying? There's that going around. Dark Lotus. It's going around. And you want to know why? Because that music still exists. The music is still alive. Lotus is forever. Whether they do another album or not is completely irrelevant. What happens here is now completely up to us. See, I've spoken to somebody, and they said the first thing we need to do is look at ourselves and what we've been doing. The dude that stabbed Damian Quinn. The dude who did that god-awful shit to that girl. When you look at all of this, and you see what we've become, because of the music, not because of the music, whatever, us as individuals, you start to realize that there's something more that we are accountable for. And you can't say, I whooped that dude's ass because he's not down with ICP. You can't say, I whooped that dude's ass because he wasn't fucking down with Twisted. Because he said Twisted wasn't the shit. Or whatever the fuck. I would have to be accountable for. I'm not going to blame Twisted for it. I'm not going to blame Jay for it. Jay can say and do whatever the fuck he wants. Monoxide Child can say and do whatever the fuck he wants. But we don't have to look at it that way. And then auction proceeds went to the scrub care unit. It also cost $30,000 for sheriff security. A lot of profit to make gathering happen. Fine. That's dope that people got together and did that shit. Now, I'm not saying Violent J should have ponied out the dough. Last year I would have said it was a fucking joke, right? Y'all know I would have said that shit. Twisted is the shit. And you want to know something else? I'm down with the clown. Dark Lotus for life until I'm dead in the ground. Y'all heard me say that shit. I mean that shit. Do I believe in what Violent J has said? It's his perspective. It's his prerogative to not have Lotus. I will say this. I know Monoxide Child wanted Lotus more than Violent J did. Now we know that. Now we know that Monoxide Child wanted Lotus. He missed Lotus. He said it in his live streams. When I said the beef is over, the beef is over. They aren't fucking throwing diss tracks at each other. Shaggy Tudo came out and said that at the gathering. He goes, it ain't going to be on that hate shit. It's going to be, yo, much love, but fuck you. You know, it's the same thing as seeing a dude who did me wrong fucking 5 years ago in the mountains of New Hampshire. And I'm not going to whoop his ass. I'm not going to fucking throw down a fucking 16 bar fucking thing at him. I'm just going to be like, yo, and then walk. You see what I'm saying? Shit happens. People don't get along after the fact. Police golf cart. Make me laugh. Where'd you hear that? The Gathering video game where it says they pay ABK like 20 to 30. They pay him in a couple. Throw shit, where are you getting this at? Like, and that's another thing too, throw shit, that I need to point at you real quick. Like, The Gathering, I've seen the pictures. For the majority of the people there, they had a damn good time. Like, when you break down costs and shit like that, you're breaking into the business. And the profits and the margins, and you're looking at everything from the perspective that is up to the record label, that is up to the business putting on the event. The way I see it is this. Because I'm inside now, like I'm working with Rox TV, we're putting on shows. I'm going to be hosting more shows with Rox TV. Of course, you can't go without having a good time. You're going to have a good time, and that's the focus. Like, that should be our focus when we go to an event. Now, the only person who should be focused on everything going good should be up to the person putting on the event, the fucking artists, and fucking everybody involved in the behind the scenes. Something, but police didn't cost 30. You'd think that because it's police, though, you bring up a point, that should be the taxpayers' money. They shouldn't have to pay cops extra. That kind of sounds like you're paying a cop. I'm just saying. Now, if you're hiring your own security team, that's something completely different. But I digress. So, before we start throwing fists, before this war starts to escalate, before this split fucking occurs, you don't have to be down. Yeah, taxpayers pay the police property taxes if any that requires it. Ah ha ha ha. We got fucking the Juggalo 509 in here. So I ask you guys this. Does this change anything? What Violent J says, does it change anything? Did it, was there a big police presence? There probably was, but not for like fucking like, you know, invasions and shit. It didn't look like they were fucking about ready to invade Poland or whatever, I'm sure of it. I didn't see any footage or video of it, nor was I looking. Like, Bob Rocks, he hits me up, right? And he goes, yo, here's what happened to Damian Quinn. I'm like, fuck. I had no idea that happened to him. You want to know why? Because I wasn't Googling all the bad shit that happened at the Gathering. So, my point is, when you're breaking down the Gathering, ultimately, no, they will just keep doing their thing. Right. Like, so it changes nothing. So why is there still so much hatred and animosity? I mean, I think that's a legitimate question. Like, why is there still so much hatred? Why is there still so much animosity? Like, I've seen it within promoters. I've experienced that shit firsthand. People that I'm supposed to be cool with, people I'm supposed to be working with, fucking dogging on me. All the live streams were dope, dude. I'd seen them all. The seminar, dude, do you know who really made that fucking awesome for me, though? Was the fucking Juggalos having a good time and shit. Fucking McEnhoe's having fucking fireworks on his fucking crotch. That shit's fucking hilarious. You want to know something? I don't got a bad thing to say about the Gathering. It's fucked up what happened, but the entire Gathering, there's fucking, what? Let's call it 40,000 strong there. Let's say 40,000 people were in attendance. Let's say 40,000 people were there. Not all 40,000 people stabbed Damian Quinn because he wouldn't be getting out of the hospital. You understand what I'm saying? It's all a bunch of sheep jumping on the hate train. Fucking Alicia nailed that shit. I want to see Amity and Psychopathic work together, and just speaking for myself, but I would love to hear Lotus back. I would love to have Lotus back. I would love to hear that new music. I would love to see it. But at the same time, there's artists that we've been listening to. We're getting Public Image Limited playing live in Detroit, Michigan on October 27th. Best believe I want to make it to that show. Best believe I want to get there. But I'm not going to, because I've got plans with Rox TV. That's my gig. That's my work. That's my passion. But it's another show. It's another tour. That doesn't mean they're coming out with another album. You understand what I'm saying? You could have, they did Lotus without ABK. In a sense, anybody could do Lotus. It's the idea of it. It's not the members, it's the music. Am I right? We got AJ. Al Stucker. Message retracted. Okay. I'm not on the hate train and I have no hate, but I am what they call a smart mark when it comes to Psy. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, there's people that pay attention to what WWE does with their money, with their finances. I mean, What Culture just did a video on what they're going to do with their $1 billion that they made this year. Like, and they talked about that and shit. Cool, if that's your thing. But I'm looking at it from a different perspective. If that's the kind of perspective you enjoy having, you like looking at things from that sense, all the more power to you. However, I'm looking at it from the beef perspective. I'm looking at it from the perspective of things will not get any worse. They won't if we don't allow it, because now it's up to us what we do and us being accountable. So when people are saying, yo, I see that dude wearing an MNE shirt, I see him wearing a large shirt, I'm going to whoop that dude's ass. Well, it's going to fuck somebody up when they find out that I'm wearing a Brooklyn Menace hat, who was in a motherfucking attendance at the gathering, who gave some of the best footage I had seen at the gathering, period. The only constant we will have is the change. Right, and we will still have the music. We can look back on those albums. We can say we were there. That's another thing I want to point out to you guys. Like, that's history. That is marked forever in history. It has not been wiped from the books. This isn't the WWE Network where they're like, oh, we're not going to show you these clips of Chris Benoit because it's bad. It's not going to be that way with Lotus. Go to your fucking local music shop and you will find fucking Lotus albums. And occasionally you'll hear Twisted perform Lotus tracks. The music is still there. The love is still there. But what I don't want to have happen, for what they are, how can you not? They're innovators for sure. I just love the MNE roster. But that don't mean I dislike ICP. I'm down for that. I believe in that. I just did a review of Hell's Cellar. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what I said. It was good. Hell's Cellar was good. It wasn't the best I had heard, but it certainly wasn't the worst. I gave it 3 devil horns, spoiler alert. It was pretty much always on the fans, and it seems like Jay and Mono had a little animosity. Of course they did. You've heard Twisted play Lotus. As have I. Lotus is not dead. It just got put to rest. Right. It is what it is. Whatever happens next is up to us entirely. Now, anybody who wants to fucking go at somebody with some sort of violence based off of what they're wearing, I'm going to tell you right now, is a gang-like mindset and mentality. I say again, if you're going to jump somebody for the shit that they're wearing, minus if it says I heart pedophiles, in which case whoop that motherfucker's ass twice for me. But if it's like a group or a band or whatever and you're getting your ass whooped, that's on that gang mentality shit. Like, I've heard stories about people fucking beating the shit out of somebody because he was wearing a fucking Young Wicked fucking ball cap or whatever the fuck. Like, I've heard these stories. I'm not saying they're true. I'm saying I've heard these stories through people, and you know how stories are. They become fish stories. It started like this, and then by the end of it all, it's like this fucking big of a fish. So, I'm doing a plea right now. We put everything to rest. The beef is finally over. And just because, now I want to point this out to you guys too. Now, just because Violent J said he's not going to work with Twisted no more. All that's going on, the ninja dresses, Gmo would have had their ass beat. Juggalo got tons of love shown to him. Exactly. That was my next point. Juggalos, that's actually, I was going to end this, but you beat me to it. Juggalos got love for Gmo's ski. I said it. I was at a balloon festival. I'm wearing a Gmo motherfucking ski t-shirt, and I hear whoop whoop. And I'm like, I know that wasn't at me. I know that wasn't at me. Sure as fuck it was. And I'm like, Gmo's just as part of this Juggalo community as anybody now. Whether you love him or hate him, that's the case. Same thing with Light and with Ouija. Period. That's how it goes. Amazing, and that Twisted said, but we all know that that bio is corrupt. Oh, you retracted that statement. Okay. So, here's what I'm saying, right? So people showing love for Gmo Ski and all this other shit, right? And Twisted and ICP not working together. They never said anything about telling their artists who they can and cannot work with. Point proven, point made. For the first time in I don't know how many years, we saw a Hatchet Man and the Magic Ninja logo next to each other, side by side, on, what was it again? What were those two people? Oh, that's right, the Last American Rock Stars and DJ Clay. So, I said it. I said it, and people messaged me and said on their life they remember me saying this. I said Lars was going to end the beef. Now, did I say they were going to make Twisted and ICP love each other forever? No, I did not. Making the beef bigger than it really is. As for Juggalos, I see nothing but love between each other. Such a cool fan base for sure. And I am down for that cause. I will say that shit because no matter what, the Insane Clown Posse started the Juggalo movement. Period. They started that shit. Because ICP knew the FBI was corrupt at the time. They made that decision to put us as gang members. Beef between. They got mad love for Twisted. They were out to support them at Warped. Yeah, I'm telling you guys right now, there is a lot of love for both labels. Both labels will forever be part of the Juggalo community, which is a beautiful thing. You've got other record labels that are starting to fucking sprout too, deep in the underground, that are starting to come up and be their own and do their own thing. Look at what Rocks TV is doing. We're doing work with Overdose. We're doing shit with fucking all these different underground artists. And I'll tell you what, I'll tell you right now, we got Juggalo love at Rocks TV. We got nothing but Juggalo love. And everybody fucks with us. As a matter of fact, Kevin Gill gave props to Rocks TV. Now, y'all know who Kevin Gill is. Gave props to Rocks TV. Within that same bit, we were getting love from Magic Ninja Entertainment people. I'm telling you guys right now, the beef is over. It's done. It's dead. It's what we do from now on as individuals, as Juggalos, as to what happens. Irate is on fire and so is Red. Fuck yes. Morlock Records for life. Yep, a lot of labels out to see Twisted, including Sick Fucks. It seemed all love, no hate. Sick Fucks fucks with the both of them too. Jimmy Don's got nothing but love for everybody. Do you know who else gives love? Is King Gordy. Gives love to all the Juggalos. Gives love to Violent J. Put them on Mount Rushmore of horrorcore music. I believe on 2 or 3 different interviews he has said this shit. Tim G. Star Mills Tech in the house. What's up? Hi, peeps. Jimmy is awesome. Jimmy is he's a blessing is what he is. Jimmy Don has done more for this channel than I could possibly ever even imagine. Jimmy Don has given a push on this channel. He has shared some of the videos. He has done that. Jimmy Don has shared some of the videos on his fucking Facebook, on his fucking... He's got a picture of me getting my Sick Fucks Inc. on his Instagram. That dude has shown nothing but love for all of us. And he sees all of you guys too. He could be watching this right now. Is there hostility with each camp? Yes, but their Juggalos don't care. It won't even split us at all. Good luck to both camps, and I hope they both grow so much bigger in a good way. Down for life. And that's from Thormat. Thormat, I salute you for that shit. Like Tupac run on the East Coast. Like the death row East. Like, yeah. I don't see it that way. I really don't. I've only just got to know him, but I respect him. I respect a lot of what he does. Q Strange is a Juggalo? I believe so. At least I know he's got love for him. Jimmy Don is an awesome guy. Nothing but respect to him. I did talk about Jay. And basically what I said is, whatever he says is up to him entirely. So yeah, we did talk about that. But Jimmy Don's done a lot for like anxiety music and shit like that. And he's been reaching out to the Juggalos and shit. He's been hanging out with Juggalos personally. And I'm telling you guys, whatever Violent J said about Lotus, whatever Violent J said about Twisted, it changes nothing. Because we're still seeing the Last American Rock Stars and DJ Clay share a stage together. It doesn't mean artists from Psy and Magic Ninja Entertainment can't do work. That's not the case. Played the other night, looked like it was a great set. Ice Cube also played with fucking Last American Rock Stars out here in Ann Arbor. Like I'm saying, guys, the scene's everywhere. The scene is growing. The labels are starting to work together. Bizarre's got a show that he's doing in Massachusetts August 3rd. Like, and he's like, yo, you want to open up for me? Hit me up. That's Bizarre D12 saying, yo, I will talk to you. I will give you opportunities. That's what I feel like the Juggalo community and all the hip hop that's been happening in the underground offers is nothing but sheer promise and opportunity. We, as I said before, we have the ability, and I said this on a live stream, I'll say it again. We have it in the palm of our hands, the ability to be whatever we want to be and succeed at whatever that is. Right now, you could go and start your own business from the comfort of your own home. You could do it right now, right this second. Find something you want to do, necklaces, charms, business cards, CD covers, arts, flyers, fucking, you want to build your own light bulb? Build your own fucking light bulb. I love Ice Cube too. You know who else I love? I love Ice-T. Ice-T's the shit. I fuck with him. Body count for life. Hey. It is actually 11:32. So, it is 11:32. So, and who goes live? I go live that early. You want to know why I go live that early? Because I'm Sid Jones. People have missed it, and I'm going to say it again. I do whatever the fuck I want, bro. Body count is sick. And it seems to work out. I actually get a lot more people early in the morning because they're like, yo, well, the first thing, this is my cup of coffee right here, is listening to Sid Jones fucking talk some shit. Sorry, Crim 509, CRM 509. My bad, dude. Like, you're still here. Appreciate you. With Twisted was amazing. Shows it's not about the genre of music. It's all love and respect. Like, for instance, I've met artists. I've met them and I'm like, yo, I don't dig your music. Not a fan. But you as an individual and the shit that you do, your beats, your production, your album art, I love it. I've said it to artists. I'm like, you have nothing but respect for me and I'll still promote you. You see what I'm saying? The Used? Oh, dude, that's a fucking A. I didn't even thought about that in a long ass time. Peep, peep, how I heat seek travel deep. Jesus, throw shit. That was like out of nowhere. They rocked Warped Tour. They sure as fuck did. And that's another thing too. Like that, like you didn't, and I said this, you didn't hear anybody say, yo, I'm on that fuck Twisted. Or, yo, Twisted set was like, there was nobody there. We haven't talked about attendance since prior to DDG Con. Go back and look at the video archives. Swear to fuck. It's the truth. Like, look back. We don't care about the attendance anymore. And I think that that's a sign of maturity and growing. That dog out there won't stop barking at whatever is out there. And I know it ain't for me. So I'm just gonna chill here. Must be the fucking neighbor or some shit. But anyway, that was my big thing that I want to talk about with Lotus, with Violent J and shit like that. I know that was kind of the elephant in the room. That was kind of the big deal. It was kind of the thing that everyone's been talking about. And that's why I want to come out here and talk to you guys about it. And just to let it be known, like, that lives on forever. The music and the legacy that they have made and created lives on forever. Because at some point, it's going to be other artists. They're going to reach that level. There's going to be other artists that are going to fucking make it to that surface. And on both sides, there's going to be that opportunity. Guarantee it. There's going to be, because they want to make money. They'll make money by signing new artists. Magic Ninja Entertainment might be a little ahead of the curve on that one. That's fine. You've got Psychopathic Records fucking trying to do some shit with their own labels and shit. With their own artists and try and get that fan base. Because it's about growing and networking. More importantly, it's about evolving. And I think that's what people are starting to forget. You know, we got so caught up in who's doing who. Who's saying what. Who's fucking who. Shit like that. You see what I'm saying? I think Psy needs to sign more good people. I don't disagree, but at the same time, if you want good music, you don't have to go to Psychopathic Records for that. You can go to other labels. You can go to unsigned artists. You can go to independent artists. Kung Fu Vampire, Whitney Payton, just to name a few. They're not on Psy. And do you think, honestly and truly, that if they wanted to get signed to Psy, they would have by now? You're not going to sit and tell me that Kung Fu Vampire and Whitney Payton don't have the potential, don't have the talent to get signed to fucking Psychopathic Records. I'm just saying. You guys remember that? Back in the day, it was like, who's going to sign who? It's like, oh, please tell me he's going to sign this artist. Why? That artist is already signed to this label. You see what I'm saying? Like look at UGA. They had Boondocks and everybody else on. They're like, fuck it, let's get Buckshot and all them on for a little bit so they can do some UGA projects and shit. I'm just saying, I don't like the music. I like that, though. Yeah, I got nothing but respect for Light and Ouija. Nothing but respect. I fucking saw Ouija Mac coming out and hanging out with people. Light seems like a good guy. I've never spoken to him. I've spoken with Ouija for a little bit. I've spoken with DJ Clay for a little bit. Matter of fact, DJ Clay saw me rocking one of my Lars t-shirts and he's like, yo, I fuck with those guys. Those guys are the shit. And I said to him, I'd love to see you guys do a show together. I'm not a fan of Ouija's music either. But I respect him as an individual coming out and getting pictures taken with Don Chaos at DCG Con. I think it's great that DJ Clay did that show with Lars. And I'm glad that there's that fucking Dead Fest. Hey, you know what? It's your preference of music. Like, I'm not going to sit there and dictate what's on your laptop or what's in your stereo system. That's not my job. I never understood that either. Like, yo, why are you listening to that shite? It's my fucking CD player. Fuck off. What I can't stand is I'm trying to bump something though and somebody decides to turn down the volume or turn it off. Now that shit pisses me off. But I really hope you guys understand the point that I'm trying to get across here. I hope you guys understand that I'm still a fucking MNE guy. But I'm also a juggalo. I'm also fucking, I've got nothing but love and respect for those at Psychopathic Records and for Violent J to do his new label. Now, I said this, and at first I was kind of like, what the fuck? But then I saw it in another light, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about this. And I was doing my setup. I was actually like about to do this like throff thing at the mouth kind of video. And I was like, wait a minute. That's just more opportunity. That's an evolution. That is an unorthodox way of getting something done. You got to respect that. Much love to you, fucking Alicia. Family for life. Like, and that's why we built this. And when I say we, I mean me, the 10 people watching this, the OG7s that aren't here right now. Some of the members of the OG7s, we got some of the 7 here. But there's others that have helped build this, that have helped me with this. Now look back at my videos from last year. By all means, feel free, and you will see that it's not even a flip-flop. Now that's what pisses me off, because that's a go-to, right? And I'm really getting sick of having to use that term too. I got a long list of pet peeves, ladies and gentlemen. I got a list of pet peeves that fucking, if I were to drop it to be a scroll and it'd head like fucking right down the staircase and everything. There's a lot of things that I hate. I have no idea how I'm even on this planet still to this day. But regardless, I feel like that this whole thing of like go-tos where it's like, oh, flip-flop. Well, it's so easy to fucking throw out there. No. It's called another perspective. It's called learning. It's called growing. And if you stop learning and stop growing at some point, I don't want to fuck with you. Hey, that was all you, Alicia. The promoting that you have done, that has been all you. We have done this as a team. I have taken from the Lex the Hexmaster Street team. I have taken theirs. I have taken from everybody. I have learned a little bit and I've pieced it together and put it into my own way of promoting. I cannot believe what was said to me yesterday. It was humbling, and no, I didn't cry. They said that I am the best promoter that they had met, that I am a master of my craft. And for somebody to say that to me, like, I was like, I can't describe the feeling. I just want to help. Like, ever since I was 6 years old, talk about the lack of evolution, right? Since I was 6 years old, I was like, I just want to help. And when I found ways of doing that, when I started noticing that there's a pattern, A, B, C, D, I'm like, well, if that were the case, we wouldn't have the music we have now. We got to start improvising. We got to start doing things a little differently. We have technology now. We have connections. We've got people. And I've noticed that the more you do for somebody, like, look at Irate. Look at how much Irate has supported us. And do you know what he did? He's like, yo, can I send you a couple of singles? Sure, dude, I got you. You're like, yeah, doing for giveaway or whatever? Absolutely. They're gone. The singles are gone. The CDs are gone. They're fucking gone. I've still got a few sitting around someplace. But, and Irate and I became friends after that. He hooked me up with VIP for Sacramento, California. That's when I was like, holy shit, this works. People are seeing that I am helping them and they're actually thanking me. Jimmy Don, same thing. He's like, hey man. I was like, dude, thank you for the tattoo. He's like, dude, thanks for everything you've done with that review you did on how to gag a maggot. When I realized that we're actually doing something with this, I'm like, let's push it even further. Let's do a story time. Let's do a how-to video and we'll promote artists. That way more people can check out these artists and shit. And I will say this. I have fucking never done anything second to the artists. The artists have always been first. I have put the artist first. I have put my channel first. I have put my viewers first every damn day. Every damn day. I love the artists. I love the people on this channel. That's why I do what I do. If it wasn't for you guys, I would not be doing this. I even said it, and I'll say it again. If there was one of you watching, I still wouldn't quit. I'd have as much passion now as I would if I had one individual who tuned in every single live, every single episode of the Situation Room, every single Rep That Wicked, every single motherfucking On the Road with Sid Jones. If there was that one dude like, dude, I fucking love you, I would still have that amount of passion and that amount of fucking loyalty to that one person. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart, dude. That's family. Hater because you don't have your connections. It's about my connections, man. I'll be completely honest with you. I had no idea who was watching my channel. I had no idea I had connections. Promise you. Had no clue. No clue. I had no idea Jimmy Don saw my review or even remembered that I did my review until he hit me up about being a part of the short film that comes out, ladies and gentlemen, in 2 days, man. 2 days we see that short film. 906 followers on Instagram. Help me get more. I'm on it. I got you. I got you. I will help you out. Promise you. Irate, we got you taken care of. Your video goes up on Rocks TV. You want to hear something dope? You guys want to hear something dope? Kovacs and I were talking. I love Kovacs. I called him. I can actually say that, like, I call Irate, I call Kovac. Now that's bragging rights. Well, I can say, yo, I call these motherfuckers. And I called Kovacs, asked him what was good and shit, and asked him if we could do, I have this idea that I told you guys about, and fucking super villains. I am excited about that, not gonna lie. The fact that we're getting super villains, we got real Guido in here. Fucking cheers to you, bro. Like, I gotta say, I'm excited about supervillains. Damn, we're actually getting that shit again. But you promote some strive on beef. It is what it is, but it is what it is. But the ones beefing will find it doesn't hold much. And it doesn't. And like I said, it's like, I did it for the love. And when I was talking to Kovacs, he's sending me like a free t-shirt. Dude, when are you getting back on the YouTube, bro? When are you getting back on the YouTube, man? It's been way too long. Like, the fucking... everything that's popping off, dude. Super villains now taking the fucking, like, dude, we need that. You gotta be the fucking Isham guy. You gotta be the RLP guy on this shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you guys to Real Guido, where him and I go all the way back. I mean, all the way back to when I first started doing YouTube. Fucking, that was a dope ass fucking, before I even knew what trolling was, I trolled the fuck out of Guido. It was dope as fuck, man. So fucking Guido needs to get back up here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Too much, my guy. I might leak shit. You see, what I do is I'm like, as I focus on the shit that I can talk about. That's my trick. Like, I got information when somebody posted it. I talked about it, and I got hit up like, you can't talk about that. And I'm like, but I got the information from that guy. Like, I look for the okay to talk about it. Remember, change your perception. But I'm glad you got the fucking inside. I tried to troll me, and I schooled you. I tried to troll you, and you schooled me. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Fucking A. Man, good times, for real. But ladies and gentlemen, that's... I want to know your guys' perspective on what Violent J had said, which is why I'm doing this. I wanted to know what you guys think about, fuck it, the new supervillains and shit. Like, I am amped up for that. Hell's Cellar, it was good. I hope it's something close to what we're getting with FF. I'm not going to hold my breath, but I'm not going to sit there and dog on it either. Hit me up on Facebook. Maybe we can link up if you're still in the mitten. Yeah, dude, I'm heading out to New Hampshire next week. When I get back, I'm sure we can figure some shit out. I think that'd be dope. Matter of fact, I can talk to a few people and we'll link up, dude. For real. It'd be good to finally hang out with you and shit. I remember I was living in Michigan and then I moved out to New Hampshire and I found out most of the people that were doing YouTube were in Michigan. I'm like, the fuck am I doing out here in New Hampshire? There wasn't anybody else that was doing streaming or any of that shit in New Hampshire. So it's not like you guys seen some of the sit downs I had. The most interesting one I had was with a dude from fucking Michigan. And that was my homie Steve. I mean, like an actual sit down, Guido. You and me, we had our fucking hangouts and shit. And Straight Jacket Production. FFFFFFF. Let's hope it's dope, bro. Let's hope it's dope. That's a good one. I hope it's dope. Hashtag hope it's dope. But I'm telling you guys, don't even like take that to heart and shit like that. Like you can still fucking go to a Twisted show. I've seen people who showed love at DCG for Twisted. I've seen people walk around in Twisted jerseys, and I'd seen it happen over at fucking Psy events. People are fucking at DCG Con, at fucking in Sacramento, California. Like, it's everywhere, man. Dope. I'm gonna go check that shit out. I'm fucking pumped for that. I wonder if he'll play any of that shit live at Lethal. That would be dope. We're gonna get some good footage of fucking Lethal too, by the way. We're gonna get some good fucking footage from Lethal. Promise you. I'm excited. I'm nervous for that shit too, guys. So if you guys are wondering why I haven't been doing my thing, my mind's been kind of caught up on Lethal Weekend. But I just wanted to come on here and give you guys my peace of mind on the fucking Violent J thing and what he had said. I gives no fucks. Honestly, it's his choice. You know, we all have choices we got to make. But I'm telling you guys, and I'm going to say it again, the beef is over. All right? Your memory's fuzzy. Yeah, so's mine. But, yeah, y'all know my Instagram. Y'all know my Facebook. I'm going to go hop in the shower, get rid of this, go write up some shit for tomorrow. I need you guys there. I'm going to go live in New Hampshire. I promise you, I will go live in New Hampshire. I need y'all to support me on this shit because we're going live. We're going to do some fucking footage from that you guys are going to want to see. So I'll hit you up, Guido, for real. For real. I will do that, promise you. And with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sid Jones. I will see you guys on the road in 6 days. In 6 days, I touch in my home base, which means, ladies and gentlemen, Sid Jones goes coast to coast in 6 days. Much love and much respect.